We are live. All right. We have lights, we have camera, and we have action. So we have a lot of material to go over tonight. I want to thank everyone for showing up, taking the time out of their life to learn a little bit about what 3Believe is all about. My name is Jason Whitney. I'm here with 3Believe, and we're going to talk about why 3Believe is something different, something that has never literally been introduced into the direct sales industry, but also into the medical community. We got our start 9 years ago selling our what we call functional foods to the medical community. Now, what functional foods means is that the foods have a functional property. It does something. It's not just a food to fill your belly. It actually does something at the metabolic level. And that metabolic level is to overcome metabolic syndrome. I need that fan. And metabolic syndrome is identified by having any of the following four issues, and that is being overweight, having high blood pressure, elevated glucose levels, or diabetic, having digestive disorders, and fatty liver. And you would be surprised to know that 8 out of the 10 people you know, you see, you work with, if you sat in a parking lot and just counted the people going in and out of the store, 8 out of 10 of those people have at least one of the symptoms of metabolic syndrome. It is what the CDC considers an epidemic. It is growing so fast. And so we thought we need to do something about that. Fortunately, other brilliant men and women over the last 50 years thought the same thing. And they dedicated their lives to doing research. How much? Over 20,000 clinical studies have been done through the largest research universities and groups in the world to identify why we have high blood pressure. It's not hereditary. Why we have type 2 diabetes and why we gain weight, and it seems to be harder as we get older. And those studies came back and it said, we know what it is. And we know how to overcome it. And it does not, or the answer is not medication. In fact, taking medications will complicate the issue and have others, new problems and ailments introduced to our lives. So that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to go over and read something to you, but it's a purpose why I'm going to read. So first off, let's read a testimony. I always like to kind of start out with some testimonies that we received. And this is one. Now, I picked this one for a specific reason. I know that the people that you know started the protocol because they want to lose weight. And that is probably the most popular reason why anyone will go on a diet. But our program is so much more than a weight loss program. Don't limit it just to losing weight. Losing weight is part of the reason why you want to join our protocol, why you want to take it into your life. You want to do it because it is a wellness program. We do so much more than just losing weight. This testimony I'm going to read talks about that very thing. Now, she did lose weight, but she didn't have a lot of weight to lose in the first place. This was a woman, and at any given time, 58% of our American female population is on a diet. That's just sad. That shouldn't be. We got to do something about that. If they need to go on a diet, we need to put them on the 3Believe, and then they go back off the diet, and all they do is live the 3B lifestyle. So let's go with this testimony. She says, I started the diet protocol in May 2016. I saw a social media post from a friend and saw that she was having success. So I got curious and I called, scheduled my first coaching session. I didn't really know what to expect on the protocol. I just wanted to see if I could get some relief of my stomach issues. that I've been experiencing for the majority of my adult life. Jason mentioned that this protocol would help with those issues and the symptoms of metabolic syndrome. So at this point, I was willing to try anything. My first week was like most. I could see and feel changes in my body, yay. Then I noticed that the shakes, we call those shakes, by the way, CMRs, complete meal replacements, CMRs. Let me go. Then notice that the shakes made me feel amazing and full of energy. I was excited to see what my results would be in weight in the following weeks. I was shocked. Down 4 pounds and lost 6 inches the first week. Wow. The second week on the protocol made me feel even better. Down another 4.5 inches and lost 2 pounds. I knew I finally found something I could not let go with these kinds of results that I received in just a couple of weeks. Let's circle back to my digestive issue. That was my main challenge, right? Well, let me tell you, I almost am in tears thinking about it. I finally have a reason to eat food again. No more pain, bloating, gas, cramps, and I feel like I'd want to throw up all the time after each meal. That's a terrible feeling. This has truly changed my life. I am truly grateful. I wanted to point out my workouts and how I feel from the great omega oil that you put in the shakes. I work out 4 to 5 times a week and have for most of my adult life. It is a passion of mine. I notice quickly that my muscles recover faster and I have more energy while I work out. This stuff is magic. A year later on the protocol, and I still feel fantastic and still having improvements. The reason I read that is because it wasn't just weight loss, though she did receive some. I wanted to point that out because having an upset stomach and digestive disorders is the number one complaint the doctors receive from patients that walk in their office every day. Number one, surpasses all of them. And the other reason is because this person was in shape. She was going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, spending at least an hour there. And now I happen to know this person. She works out at an intense level. I mean, she doesn't go there and talk. She's not Skyping or texting on her phone. She goes there. She's very competitive, and she has to beat those that are in the gym or working out next to her. So what does this mean for you? This means that the people in your life that are already exercising, that are already in shape, will get an improvement of where they're currently at. Now, is that the magic of the product, or is that really the magic of what your body can really do if you give it what it needs to perform at the level you wish it would? That's the true magic, in my opinion. We'll take the slap on the back of the great formula that we put together, but the magic happens when your body is plugged into a truly nutritional powerhouse. That's the amazing thing, is your body has not given up on you. It doesn't matter your age. You've heard the testimonies that I've read at this microphone on these webinars of men and women that are over 80 years old, over 90 years old, and they are stealing their youth back. They feel better than they have in decades. They do things that they haven't been able to do. They would wake up with pain every day and it's no longer there. Now, that is a pretty miraculous thing. Now, is it the product, or is it really a testament of what your body was designed to do and to perform? All you got to do is give it the right stuff. There lies the secret. There's the rub with all the competition products. Why don't they perform the same way? Well, I believe it's because they do not put in the ingredients that your body needs to perform. If they just put the same ingredients that we put in there, then you'd get the same results. That's really the difference between us and everybody else. It's not that we have some secret berry from an African jungle, or some juice from a tropical island. It's not that at all. Do we have the finest ingredients on earth? Yes. Do we have some that are patented? Yes, we do. But the true secret is that they could get products that would be performing good, high level of metabolic value, but they don't. Why? Because they're too committed to price, too committed to profits. I'm not saying they're greedy. I'm not saying they're evil men and women. What I'm saying is they're committed to having a certain net return on their product. Our goal is not to get a certain return on our product. Profits is not our goal. You see, we're looking for the long haul. The long haul is just very simple. If I can give you something that changes your life, that you can truly measure in a matter of days, and definitely weeks and months, and you see continued improvement, then you will be a customer buying that product for years and years and decades to come. I would rather have a few pennies on decades of purchases rather than dollars on something that you're going to quit in a couple of weeks or a few months. That's just logic. I mean, that's just business 101, right? Why don't we put in a little bit of investment by putting the top quality products that cost us more, slim down our profits, because what's going to happen is you're going to stay on it longer. Now, another magical thing happens is that people see the results in you and they want to be on it too. You don't have to twist their arm. You just be a billboard of the product. Now, that's pretty amazing. And that's what everybody wants. That's what everybody talks about, but seldom do they enjoy that kind of a benefit. So thank you for that testimony. Please send them in. I didn't get a lot from you guys this week. I know more of you have been experiencing changes. I live for your testimony. You know, that's my energy source. I'm counting on you to energize me, so inspire me. If you want another product out of me, I need to hear some inspiration from you. And that's your testimony. So please, please indulge me. Let's go over a little bit of business. The business is, some of you, I'm holding up in front of my camera here, a little pamphlet. You've been asking about sales material. So here's one here. It's a trifold, has 3 panels in it, but they're printed on both sides. It goes through and explains about the science of why our approach is different. What's our approach? It's really, really simple. Let's talk about what it is, what's required to overcome the problems why we have metabolic syndrome in the first place. And so that's what we focus on. And what is it? It's our liver, or it's our pancreas, and it's our digestive system. It's our stomach. And so we focus on overcoming those things. If I can normalize your pancreas and your liver and your digestive enzymes, I don't have to worry about your weight. I don't have to worry about your blood pressure and your cholesterol and your glucose levels, your energy level, your aches and pains, your cognitive thought, your ability to think clearly, because those 3 organs and glands, because they're organ glands, will take care of everything else. They control every major hormone that's produced in your body. It is the major captains and leaders of every cell in your body. So why worry about all the other stuff when we just worry about those 3? Then we go through and we talk about what our program is. Just 1, 2, 3, very simple step. Talk about all the benefits. There's a list of them listed here. Things like, it's 100% all natural. Did you know that on labels that they can say natural and they can say all natural, but when they say 100% all natural, legally that is a distinction. There's a difference. Let me give you an example. Strychnine, cyanide, they are natural ingredients. So I could put that in my product and say that it's natural, but it's definitely not healthy, is it? But I would be legally correct. So that's one element. The other is oil, petroleum oil that comes out of the ground. Most of the vitamins and minerals that you're consuming across the counter, unless you're getting it through our product, comes from man-made chemicals. But because they come out of the ground like petroleum oil does, they can legally say that it's natural. But it isn't vitamin C that comes out of an apple or an orange. There's just a little bit of tidbit information. So that's why we put 100% all natural. And so now when you look at other products, if it does not say those three words, 100% all natural, it may not be all natural. Probably it's not, or they'd brag about it. But we go through the benefits, and then on the back, we have all the things that it can help overcome: weight, high blood pressure, fatty liver, diabetes. Now, those of you that are not on the webinar, you're able to see this thing. You're missing out. Hop on the webinar and you can see stuff like that. Then on the very, very back, it talks about the business model. Talks that we brag about our compensation plan, that there's none like it. Talks about retention. And it talks about a little space down here for you to either get a sticker and put your name on it, or you write your name and number and email on there if you want to hand it out. Now, you're going to be able to get this a couple of different ways. You can go onto the website and download it. We will, once that link is there, we will email it out to everybody so that you know where it's at. And you can download that. It will be in a legal size document. That's an 8.5 by 14 size paper. If you have a printer that can print, you just turn that thing over twice and it'll print on both sides. You fold it and then you've got your own brochure. It will, or you can take that PDF file down to your local printer and copy shop, and he can print it off. 5 copies or 100 copies. So we give you that availability. Or you can take that document and just simply email it to your friend or prospect, and they will have it in electronic form. So you'll have all the options. How cool is that? And we have others. We're making one now that explains the compensation plan. So that's pretty cool. The testimonies are coming in. I'm waiting for more testimonies for me to put them in the categories like I promised before. What I mean is so that someone does not have to look for diabetes if that's what they're interested in. They just go to the section alphabetically under diabetes, and they will see the testimonies that relate to that topic. And then, there's something else that what was it everyone else was talking about? They wanted something about compensation or smart. Wait, yeah, that's right. You've been asking about when in the world are you going to be paid for smart foods? You know that they're yummy. You've been telling friends and family about it, and you want to know when you get paid on it. Well, I told you that, it's a little bit of work of this and that, and I, told you some stories, and you were very patient. Well, would you be interested to know that we are done with that? Not only are we done, but we ran all the commissions and we checked them and they're correct. You might be also interested to know that we sent out payments today. So they are en route electronically into your ACH account, and that money will be, depending on your bank, either arriving tomorrow, which is Friday, or Monday. No transactions will be deposited on the weekend, so don't be confused on that. So today or tomorrow or Monday. Thank you very much. I tease people that I love writing out checks or electronically sending them. I really do. I do. I love it because that's a great motivator, and I want people to be rewarded. So there you are. You've received it. And so keep up the good work, and that will just grow. Good job. Good job. Let's move on to, I wanted to talk about something that we've been working on. Now, I told you we've been doing some videos. Have any of you ever done any film work? We can kind of make fun of actors. We don't call them actresses anymore, do we? We just call them actors. I mean, that covers both male and female.
No.
I think so. When I watch now the award ceremonies, they just say actors. So that's not being sexist. That's not a masculine term. That's both feminine and masculine now. But anyway, I was one that also fell into this category. Is that I said, how easy of a job is that? You just talk into the camera, have some special effects, some music swelling in the background. If you got a great part, you get to kiss a beautiful woman, drive fast cars. That's cool. And then, you know, when you're done, you get to go to your little trailer and drink seltzer water and have your feet rubbed. So when I told you that we would have some training videos, because our content is sometimes complex, because it is talking about scientific stuff, and because the propensity of people now on the internet, they don't want to read anymore, they want to watch video. That's how we need to advertise now, is all by video content. I committed that we'd put our training, our videos, and our introduction all on video. So I contracted with the studio here locally to do that. And once a week, we go to the studio and we film all day long. And I've been an athlete my whole life. I competed internationally. I was on the U.S., the American national wrestling team representing the United States. And so I know what being tired's about. I know how to work out hard. But holy cow, acting, just reading lines off the teleprompter, after you've done that for a few hours, is exhausting. It really is. You got to think, you got to make sure you say the word properly, you got to have hand motion, you got to smile, you got to have energy. And then sometimes the lighting's wrong, and then I get glare on my head, and they got to put powder. It's exhausting. You got to do a million takes over and over again. I slurred that word. I got to do it again. Folks, I'm telling you, I am putting my blood, sweat, and tears into these videos for you, but they're going to be great. Not the acting part. Not that. The content's going to be fantastic. They're short and they're concise, but they're right to the point. And so we shot 17 videos. Yeah. 17 videos. Holy moly. That is a lot. So you'll be starting to see that content and using those as material. So in your mind, just think about, I used to hand out a brochure. Well, we're going to have literally, when we're done, hundreds of videos that you can use as a brochure electronically. You can put it out, we can put it out on disk, we can put it out, we can email it out, we can send them a link and they just click on the link and it just starts playing on their computer. We're making it all mobile friendly so that they can do it on their smartphone. What a great era we live in, but what a great marketing tool. The reason why we're doing hundreds, because we're going to have them on many different little topics and they're going to be short. So they're not going to be long, boring videos, and I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna read a little bit of some of the topics that I did in video form. So this is how you can introduce this our program to someone. Here is how the 3Believe protocol can work for you. Your 3Believe program deals with the why you gained weight instead of a temporary eat less diet program. The program focuses on repairing how the body is metabolizing insulin, glucose, and fatty acids, and the other foods that you're eating. In a nutshell, our program reboots your pancreas so that it's producing correct amounts of insulin. Your liver, so that it is fat adapted and efficient in burning your stored body fat. Did you know that that's how your body burns fat? It doesn't burn it. So if you want to do, let's say, lose weight around your waist, you can do 1,000,000 sit-ups and it will not burn any calories or fat around your waist any more than it's going to burn fat around your earlobe. It will burn calories, yes, but it's not going to do what is called spot reduction, meaning that if I went and did a bunch of exercises on my arms and I did some on my legs and then I did some on my posterior, I'm not going to lose fat in that area that I worked out. You're just going to burn calories all over. Your body will decide what fat is going to be lost where? Now, the general rule is where you gained it first, you'll lose it last. So if your body type is that you gain weight when you start gaining weight and you first start putting it on your face, okay, that's where you're going to lose it last, is on your face. If you gain it around your waist first, then as you lose the weight that you need to lose, you'll lose the weight around your waist last. Now, you'll lose it along the way, but it generally follows the same gaining model as the losing model. So just remember that. There's no such thing as spot reduction. I don't know why I got off on that tangent. I need a producer. Keep me on track. Okay, your liver, so it's fat adapted and efficient in burning your stored body fat and boosting your digestive enzymes with the most complex formula of digestive enzymes and probiotics your body has ever experienced. That's not an exaggeration. Our formula is clinically proven to be the most dynamic and powerful digestive formula of any product on the market. Fats that heal and fats that don't. With an interesting approach to fat consumption, our approach is to block all the fats that you're eating through our smart foods that we give you. Now, remember, our smart foods are fat-free. So you've heard me say, eating fat does not make you fat. That's not why we're overweight. But if that's the case, then why do I make our food fat-free? This is why. Because fat has not made you overweight. It has made you overweight because, one, you're eating the wrong kind of fats. Two, the wrong balance of healthy fats, because there's different types of fats. Remember, some heal and some kill. And three, your consumption of fats that have been damaged through processing. So, as an example, well, I don't want to get off on another tangent. You'll have to watch the video. After blocking fats that are harming you, that's why our foods are fat-free, we give you back the perfect balance of plant-based omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids. That's what you get in the CMR shakes. That's why it's so important that you take that liquid oil. This perfect balance of omegas do so many benefits in your body, one of which that it actually increases the burning of your body fat. Did you know that a couple of studies have been done, and you get 9 calories of energy from 1 gram of fat? And yet omega-3 fat, now the study was done with omega-3. It wasn't done with omega-6 or 7 or 9, but their theory is because the structure is the same as omega-3, that it applies to all of the omega fats. So I make that little bit of disclaimer. But they found that omega fats are treated differently by your body. Your body, when it gets extra fats, more than what it needs, it will store that excess fat on your body. Not the case with omega fats. If you get more than what you need, it will actually send it back down to your bowels, and you will eliminate it through your bowel movement. You can't do that with other fats. That's amazing. Another interesting fact is that they were able to measure that it takes 13 body energy calories. So your body has to burn 13 calories of energy for 1 gram of fat that you just consumed. How many grams of energy do you get from 1 gram of fat? 9. How many grams did it take to burn that omega fat? 13. You're in a 4 calorie deficit by consuming it. They went further and did a study between morbidly obese a team of morbidly obese. Morbidly obese are people that are more than 100 pounds over their ideal weight. And they did exactly the same exercise. They ate exactly the same amounts of food, and with one team as the other team, except Team A consumed up to 12 tablespoons of omega fats daily. Well, in 1 tablespoon, you have 140 calories. Do the math. That's 1,500 extra calories of just fat. That group lost almost 40% more weight than the weight that the group that didn't have omega fats. You will burn more fat if you take the oil, amongst the many other health benefits. I continue. We give you a protein formula that's been clinically proven to be metabolized at 98%. That means that your cells will actually receive the protein that you're consuming. Our protein is the highest quality whey blend, renowned for its purity, high amino acid profile with no hormone or pesticide presence. All of our foods are 100% all natural. Did you notice that? 3 keywords, 100% all natural. No trans fats, no high fructose corn syrup, no sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no monosodium glutamate, MSG, no genetically modified organisms, GMO, with no lactose or soy, and many of our foods are gluten-free. That's what a video will be done on, and we do that. It'll have a person speaking. In this case, it'll be me on that one, but it'll have graphics off to the side, so they'll be able to read along with it, but also see cool graphics. Maybe we'll put some, spaceships and some lasers in there. That's always kind of cool. I wanted to go over one as an update. I think I told you that I found a new report about the cost of the program. Some of you, wonderful people, I've heard through the grapevine, has said, I love the program, but it's a little pricey. Well, that prompted me to do a video, and many of you have seen it on YouTube, about you can't afford not to be on 3Believe. And it talked about how much it really cost you. Well, I'm going to have to redo that video now, because here's the newest numbers, and they're even better for my point. My point being that you will save money on this protocol. So let me give you those numbers. How much will it cost? You will save $192.14 a month being on the 3Believe Wellness Program. Really, listen to these numbers. It really does pay to be healthy the 3B way. Based on a national study done by the Gallup poll, the average amount spent on food daily is $21.57 per person. Okay? 1 in 10 people spend $42.86, almost $43 a day. Now, not only 10% of the public spend that much. And then on the other end of the spectrum, 8% of Americans spend less than $7.14 per day. Okay, but the average of all that is $21.57 per day on food. Now, what was included in this, these averages included foods that you prepare at home, buy at fast food or sit down restaurants, as well as the snacks that you're purchasing. Okay, so everything you put in your mouth. Now, our program is based on you eating 4 meals a day. That's phase 1. And so that means you won't be starving. 3 of the 4 meals you'll be eating will come from us, and 1 will be your meal replacement meals that you prepare yourself. Now, our 3 shakes only come to $10.71. That's less than half of what the national average is that you're spending on food. So you prepare that 1 meal, you do the math, and you're going to save $192. Well, I don't know where these numbers are coming from when they're doing averages for the entire country, but ladies and gentlemen, this is no reason in the world not to be on the protocol. I've had people that take time to count their pennies and their expenses, and they come back every time and confirm that they save money on the protocol. Now, that's not considering you getting paid when you pass this message on. And so, holy smokes, please share this with people, because they cannot afford not to be healthy. They cannot afford not to have these benefits. And there's many more, but I just want to give you an idea of some of the content. We talk about things like detailed benefits of the digestive enzymes, that if you can't digest it, then what good is it doing for your body? The details about vitamins and minerals, and we go into that. Fiber, the importance of balancing your insulin levels, The painstakingly approach we took to our sweetener, and how not all non-caloric sweeteners are the same. We talked about our formula and how it is literally the most complex formula in the world. And then we back it up with why and how. So these videos will be fantastic. It will tell your people what to do before they start the diet, how to prepare, what to go to the grocery store, get some certain kinds of meats and vegetables, getting some containers, both for your water and for your food. We go into great length. These videos will be great for you. So I'm excited about that. I wanted to, let's see, where's my cheat sheet here? I wanted to go over another topic here. I've had some people talk about vegetarians and vegans. So I'm going to talk about that for a second. Now, our formula is not vegan approved. It is vegetarian, means there's no meat. So your vegetarians can have it, but vegans cannot. Now, the main difference is that the vegan doesn't want to have any food or edible that came from an animal product. That would include butter, that would include milk, things like that. So it has to all be plant-based. Let's talk about our formula. We will have a vegetarian formula. But I want to explain to you why I didn't make it right up front. Well, let me tell you why. I'm just going to go down through some of the people that are on our program around the world. So let's go to the highest country in the world of vegetarians is India. Up to 40% of their population. Now that's primarily because of their religion. Hinduism is, by religious rights, is those that are orthodox are strictly vegetarian. And then Israel is pretty high. They're at up to 13%. And then it just dwindles down from there. Now we have some people that are on 3Believe in New Zealand. 2.6% of the population is vegetarian. The vegan population is even less than vegetarian, as you might imagine. United States is 3.3%. So now you know why we didn't come out with a vegetarian, a vegan, because vegans is less than 1% of the population. It's just not very many. Now, it's not that they're not important. It's just that until we become larger, we can't justify doing it. It does make it harder. Australia. There we have some Australia people. Up to 11% of the population, so a higher, almost 3 times what Americans are vegetarian. So we will have, if we're vegan, that means we're always vegetarian based. So let's talk about, is it a good idea to be a vegetarian or vegan? Is it a good idea to be vegan? Well, the idea is that most people are vegan because of a moral or religious reason. They don't like what is done to animals in order to get that food made available. It's cruel, but the definition from person to person of cruelty can vary. Just putting a rope around a cow's neck by some may be considered cruel. By others, it can be locking their head into a mechanism where they can't move and milk the cow. That could be cruel. And it's not my opinion to say what is or what isn't. I'm just defining that it's a broad stroke. Now, some of the arguments are, and let's talk about scientific. Is it healthy to be vegan? It is, first let me handle it this way. It is difficult to be at optimum health while being a vegan. only because there are some nutrients that our body needs that is very difficult to obtain through non-animal sources. You can get through supplementation, but it just takes, it's harder because it just is extra work and it's the extra expense. And so that's why it can be more challenging. Another argument some will say that for veganism is, well, we're the only mammal that continues to drink milk into our adulthood. Well, that's, to me, this is Jason's opinion, that's not the best argument because we are human beings that are unlike any other living animal on Earth. Now, let's go through the reason why. Science tells us that we are different because of what they call computation. We have the ability to practically limitless varieties of words and concepts, of math and computations, of all forms of communication. That sets us apart from animals. The other one is a promiscuous combination of ideas. We have this domain of knowledge such as art and space and friendship and laws and social relationships and technologies, and we can merge all these together. Animals can't do that. Mental symbols is the third criteria. We can have those mental symbols through writing, through verbal, or we can just have them in our mind and not share them with anyone. And then the last one would be abstract thought. Animals cannot think in an abstract manner, which is the building blocks of the human mind. So that argument that we shouldn't drink milk because other adult animals do not, does not make sense. Now, should we drink milk? Not necessarily, but you want to look at what you're trying to achieve. And so when I'm talking about our diet program, this is always the argument. Should you take the 3Believe product over any other product that's on Earth? Well, I think a better question is this. What is it that you're trying to achieve when you're looking at your health goals? And one good thing is that the 3B program can fit into any health plan or goal that you have with some alterations, but it will fit into it as a foundation as long as you remove any of the moral issues if you're vegan, okay? So I worry about vegans not getting some of the vitamins and minerals, which we do have through the real 3Believe product. If you don't take it through our product, you're going to have to take it through something else. So don't let these people go without getting at least the knowledge that they have to supplement in some manner. And so that's how you can help your vegan or your vegetarian friends. But really our argument for our product and what sets us apart is that it fits into any of their health plans with some alterations. You've heard us talk about how we've helped people lose weight. I think the record so far is 280 pounds is the record so far of how much weight has been lost. But we also have people that want to gain muscle mass, and you've heard me read testimonies of how that's happened. So that those talk about extreme ends of a wellness plan: losing a large amount of weight and gaining muscle mass, gaining your strength back, eyesight, cognitive abilities. And so really identify for your clients and your friends what it is that they're trying to achieve. After looking at our product outlines and our ingredients, you'll see that we fit into those very, very nicely. So we went over a lot of information. I'm really excited about, I want you to look at your website over the next couple of days because it will start changing. Up at the tabs where it says about 3Believe, it'll have a pull down window. I want you to go into there and you'll see that all changing in its content. It's more fluid, it's more systematic. The video will not be plugged in yet, but it'll be in written form. So you'll see that it'll make more sense. So keep checking. We will, as we add each piece, a new block, not a sentence, but a whole block of content, we will send out an email to you notifying you, hey, we've made some changes. Go online and look at it, and we'll tell you where it's at so you can find it. So, so that's good news. I want to do some a little bit of business clarification. One is we because of our growth and people visiting the site, we had to change from one server on our website to a different server. Bigger, faster, stronger, $6 million man. And that we flew into a little bit of complications. That meant that the site was down for about 2 days. And that was at the very last few days of the month. If you wanted to make some purchases for qualification for your minimum order for the month, so you could receive commission, then you shouldn't be penalized because the site was down the last couple of days. So make those purchases tomorrow. So all of you that did not qualify or have not qualified for last month, if you make your purchase tomorrow by the end of the day, I recommend that you do that, and we will backdate that for qualification for last month. Okay? So that's any of you that were worried about that. We want to be fair. Also, there is a little bit of question, how many people do we have to enroll in order to get credit for the Bio Starter Kit? Now, the Bio Starter Kit, if you remember, is when you start on the program as a business builder, I want you to get the Bio Kit. Now, the Bio Kit is $95. What do you get in it? You get a scale that's worth more than $95 anyway. It tells you your body mass. I recommend that you get the Yanami brand, and that will work with a smartphone. It'll tell you your body weight, of course. It'll tell you your hydration, your muscle mass, your visceral fat, your body age, and your hydration level. I need those things to be measured. You heard me read the testimony last week about how this person was grateful that I insisted that they get the Bio Kit, because he wouldn't have been able to list all these numbers of his testimony. So that's reason enough. You got to have verifiable bragging rights to all the people that you want to get involved. In your kit, you also get your blood kit. You drop your blood in there and send it to the lab, and it tells you your total cholesterol, your HDL, your LDL, your triglycerides, your glucose levels, and your ratio. Those are all important. That's included in there. Those generally run about $175. So that's well worth the $95. But then to top it all off, I said that if you enrolled 4 people in your business, so you just do your business and enroll 4 people in 3Believe, your first 30 days of being in 3Believe, I will credit you $95 towards any of the smart food items. Any smart food item. Well, that's like getting it for free. So the question was, that some people said, well, is it 3 or 4? Well, it's always been 4. So it's 4. 4 people. Okay? I do that for a couple of reasons. One, I want you to be engaged. 4 people is not a lot. You know hundreds of people on a first name basis, and 80% of them have the symptoms of metabolic syndrome. Well, 4 of those, I guarantee you, are very, very interested in what you have to tell them. What you have with 3Believe. They have those issues that we're talking about, and I promise you that they are interested in what 3Believe can help them with. So you just got to share it with them. Just tell them about it. You being a testimony and having that scale is a great way for you to show them that it really works. So I'm just helping you do your business rather than sit on your laurels and wait a while. So that's why I put a time frame of 30 days on it. So that's not too bad. I think that's really fair. So take advantage of that. And just for any of those, it is number 4, not 3. Okay, so I am done here. I'm going to turn on the microphone, and as usual, I'll answer 3 questions. And Merv, did I miss anything tonight?
Yeah, you covered all the points. Good.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so let me ask: does anybody have a question?
Yeah, a lot of noise. A lot of noise here. A lot of noise.
All right, I just turned off the sound because my goodness, we got a lot of noise. I won't be able to hear a question. So I'm going to give you a second to turn off your sound unless you're going to ask a question. All right, and let's find out what it is that people want to know. Okay, so let me close down some of these windows so that we can have just a little bit faster speed. All right. Okay, microphones are open. Any
Can I give
questions?
you a quick testimony?
Oh, here we got a testimony. Love it.
Can I give you a quick testimony?
Yes, sir. What's your first name?
Yeah. This is Dean of Iowa. You helped me into a plan to gain the weight to form the muscle instead of losing fat. By the way, I'm getting a lot of feedback. But anyway, last year I lost more than 20 pounds of weight mostly in muscle. I just wasn't eating. I was just too busy, and of course I'm so important and didn't have time. But anyway, the last time that I gave you a set of
That is that is fantastic. I would be so great. I'd post it on the website if you could put that in written form and send that to me. Uh, just send it to support at 3believe.com. That's fantastic. You know, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. This is not a weight loss program. This is a wellness program. It will help you with whatever you're in need of. Thank you so much. That's a great testimony, Dean. Okay, is there anyone else out there that has another question or testimony?
anybody else have any questions?
Okay, well, it's a quiet night, and so again, I thank you. I want to try and keep these under an hour. We're at 57 minutes on the hour. So again, thank you so very much. God bless you all, and keep up the great work. We're almost. Remember, let me give you a definition of terms. You hear me talk about uh, being almost ready and out of pre-launch. What does that mean? Well, Callie, could you hand me one of those new products? That tortilla or um, the sweetener, either one, it doesn't matter. So, thank you. So here is, for those of you on the webinar, you'll be sent a link. Here is our version of the of our sweetener with the 3Believe. Now remember, those of you that haven't heard me talk about this, um, we've been in business for 9 years under another brand, and of course we have our labels there. So we have to convert all of our other brand over to the 3Believe brand, and when you have over 100 different labels to do, it gets a little time consuming, and so you got to check every little thing. There's the front and back of the our sweetener, and so that will be you'll start seeing those changes in all the smart foods. All we have left to do is get our labels done, and we're almost there, right? We're almost there. I'm looking over to our art director, and she's, yeah, she's counting them off. So we're almost there. As soon as that's done, now, simultaneously to those that artwork being done, we're shooting the video. We're doing the art promotion for the sales material. We're doing that too, and so I want you to know that I will not hold off the launch because we don't have all the training videos done. I'm doing it in a priority status, meaning I take the videos that the 9 years have taught us that you gotta have up front, and doing those first. So those will all be ready. We've shot them. We just now have to edit and put them up on the website. And but don't think that we're gonna wait till we have, you know, a couple hundred videos done before we launch. That's not the case. So we have, I don't know how many, 25 videos roughly shot, and then next week we're shooting another 15 or so. So by the time, I'm estimating by the time we launch, we'll have probably 40 videos to start out with, somewhere around that mark. So be of good cheer. It will not be much longer. So again, thank you. I appreciate you, and I will. One last try for any comments or questions. I can hear you. Go ahead.
And I wanted to see when it might be available pamphlet.
You wanted to see what on the pamphlet?
When will it be available?
Oh, all right. Let me. When he's asking when the pamphlet will be available for you to be able to use as a sales tool. I'm looking at my art director. When would you commit to that, art director?
Well, I'm trying to get the final press tomorrow to be sent out next week,
Okay, so Monday, Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday.
All right, there you heard it. It'll be up and available Monday or Tuesday. We'll get the final done for tomorrow, and that one I held up, and available to you on Monday or Tuesday of next week. All right, good job. Yeah, ask everybody but me, and they give you a firm date. I have more variables. It's not because I have a problem with commitment. Again, thank you again. Appreciate you, and good night.